So what's the best way to boost your immune system? The best way to boost your immune system is have a quick cold shower at the end of every hot shower. How simple is that? And you'll get used to it and you'll go, don't worry about it. One lady said, Barbara, you say we've got to listen to our bodies, and my body says don't have a cold shower after the hot. It doesn't like it. You see, we're warm-blooded creatures. Of course we're not going to like it, but it's just brief. Won't kill you.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill. Today we're diving into how to improve your immune system. As we age, our immune system naturally becomes less efficient, making us more susceptible to infections and illnesses. Did you know that about 70% of our immune system is located in our gut? This connection highlights the importance of what we eat in supporting our immune function. Studies have shown that lifestyle factors, including nutrition, stress management, and sleep, can greatly impact our immune health. In this video, we'll explore practical strategies backed by research to enhance your immune system. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to our subscribers. So, if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to win. Now let's get started.
So I'd like to begin by looking at where the immune system starts. Now look at our human body. We've got a protection around the body. It's called skin. Is that right? Skin. And when you break the skin, you have to be careful. Because if you break the skin, now the flesh and the blood's exposed, and the microbes that are in the air, especially if there's some pathogens, they can get in there. Is that right? And it's like the little boy that I met in New Zealand a few years ago. He came with his mother. His mother came to see me about another issue. And when he walked in, his finger was twice the size. And I said, what's happening to the finger? Now, the finger was twice the size, it was red, and at the top it like had a pussy area. She said, it's cellulitis. The doctor said it's cellulitis. Do you know what cellulitis is? Inflammation of the cell. Now, that's not rocket science, is it? It's inflamed. So I went a little bit further. Why? She said, well, he had a blister and the blister broke, and then he's playing in the dirt with his matchbox cars. What's going to happen next? And of course, little boys don't care if they've got a flesh. So of course, the dirt got in there, and immediately his immune system went to the area. The lymphatic fluid. Do you know your lymphatic system is your body's vacuum cleaner? That's the puffiness. It's the lymphatic fluid going there to try and block any microbes going to other parts of the body. And then extra blood sent there, and white blood cells go there, and then they lay down their lives. That's what pus is. Did you know that's what pus is? It's dead white blood cells. So your skin. So whenever the skin breaks, we've got to be careful to wash it, clean it, and bind it, don't we? Until it seals, to protect it. There are orifices. Let's have a look at the ears. Amazing protection in the ears. There's all these little hairs, and then there's an eardrum to protect from any harmful pathogens getting in. Let's go to the eyes. What an amazing thing is the eye. If something hits you, you've got two bones there to protect it. And if something's flying through the air, you've got eyelashes, and they blink. And the blinking reflex and the lashes stop anything getting in the eye. But if something actually gets through that and into the eye, then we've got this mucus layer around the eye. And we know if we get something in the eye, like a bug or something, we just have to go around the world for a few times, is that right? And it'll go to the corner, and by now it's dead because all the mucus has drowned it, and we can flick it out of the eye. Then we come to the nose. What an amazing organism is the nose. Did you know that in the nose there are all these little hairs? And in the nose it's like a cave with all these little cavities. And if we breathe in something that's got dust on it, it's heavy. If we breathe in pure air, it is so light it goes straight through into the trachea and down into the lungs. But if it's got a bit of dust or something on it, it's heavier. So when it comes into the nose, it starts ricocheting around all those little cavities. It shoots backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards to drop off the dust. Then it becomes light and it goes back down the trachea and into the lungs. And then at the end of the day, we blow our nose. Is that right? Especially we've been digging in the garden. So those hairs there are there to trap any dust or things like that are on it. And then we come to the mouth. Do you know there's no hairs in your mouth? That's why we should be nose breathers, not mouth breathers. We should be nose breathers. And if someone says, well, I can't breathe through my nose, so then I ask, why can't you breathe through your nose? Well, it's all blocked up. So why is it blocked up? Oh, it's just always blocked up. Do you know excess mucus in that area indicates that that person's got an allergy? It might be to an allergy to a chemical. It might be allergy to a mould, maybe they're breathing in, or it could be an allergy to the food they're eating. And the three most common allergens are wheat, the hybridised wheat of today, dairy and refined sugar. So one of the most common symptoms of someone having an allergy is their constant mucus, constantly blowing their nose. That should not be. You see, the body creates mucus to protect the mucous membranes from something they've got an allergy to. So then we come to the mouth. So we should be breathing through our nose. And you can breathe through your nose if it's clear.
When we breathe through our nose, the air gets filtered, warmed, and moistened before it reaches the lungs. This process is crucial for maintaining respiratory health. The nasal passages are lined with mucus, which traps dust, allergens, and other particles, preventing them from entering the lungs. This mechanism acts as a first line of defense against respiratory infections and irritants. Moreover, nasal breathing activates the diaphragm, promoting deeper, more efficient breaths. This deeper breathing allows for better oxygen exchange in the lungs and supports overall bodily functions. It also helps regulate the body's stress response. When we breathe through our mouths, we may take shallower breaths, leading to a decreased oxygen supply and increased anxiety. Additionally, nasal breathing encourages proper alignment of the jaw and teeth. Mouth breathing can lead to dental issues, such as misalignment and increased cavities. Children who breathe through their mouths may develop facial deformities and speech problems, making it essential to address any breathing difficulties early on.
So let's go into the mouth, and you'll find in the mouth there's bacteria in the mouth, there's a lot of mucus in the mouth, and that also can trap any pathogens. And let's swallow and get down into the stomach. Down in the stomach, and we just looked at that, there is a major part of your immune system, it's called hydrochloric acid. And if any harmful pathogens get into your stomach, your hydrochloric acid can wipe it out. The hydrochloric acid has quite a few roles. But what say your hydrochloric acid is low, and what say your gut bacteria is low? Do you remember when we went down into those areas, then harmful pathogens can get into the blood. And now the harmful pathogens are in the blood. And then rises up what most people see is the main part of their immune system, which is your white blood cells. Have you heard of your white blood cells? We all have white blood cells, and there's one white blood cell to about 10,000 red blood cells. And there are 5 different types of white blood cells. So 62% of our white blood cells are neutrophils. They make up the most part of the white blood cells. And then 18% are monocytes. That's another type of white blood cell. And then 16% are made up of lymphocytes. Now, lymphocytes Lymphocytes are the white blood cell that's made in your lymph nodes. So your lymphatic system is like your body's vacuum cleaner. And what does the vacuum cleaner vacuum up? Waste. So your lymphatic system sucks and sweeps up waste from the tissues, takes it to the nodes. Your lymph nodes are in your neck, in your armpits, and in your groin. They're your main lymphatic nodes, and in those nodes are lymphocytes. So some of the waste that's taken into those nodes can be basically dealt with by those white blood cells. And then 2% of your white blood cells is made up of basophils, and then another 2% is made up of eosinophils. So that's your white blood cells. They're your internal army. And they are designed to wipe out any harmful pathogens that may get into your blood. Now your lymphocytes, they are the scouts. They're looking around for any problems. And when they see a problem, they can call on the neutrophils and the monocytes to come along, and they use hydrogen peroxide to actually wipe out any of the problems. And they envelope them and wipe them out, and they actually die when the pathogen is killed. That's why the little boy had that pus there, because a lot of white blood cells had gone there to deal with what was coming in on the dirt. That's what pus is.
When white blood cells like neutrophils and monocytes encounter pathogens, they don't just attack them, they also communicate with other parts of the immune system. This communication is crucial for mounting an effective defense. For instance, when neutrophils recognize an invader, they release signaling molecules that attract more immune cells to the site of infection. This process is known as chemotaxis. In addition to neutrophils and monocytes, lymphocytes also play a critical role in the immune response. They are primarily divided into two types, B cells and T cells. B cells are responsible for producing antibodies, proteins that specifically target pathogens. When a B cell encounters a pathogen, it can differentiate into a plasma cell, which secretes large quantities of antibodies. These antibodies bind to the pathogen, marking it for destruction and preventing it from infecting other cells. On the other hand, T cells come in different varieties. Helper T cells assist in activating B cells and other immune cells, while cytotoxic T cells directly attack and kill infected cells. This coordinated response ensures that the body can effectively eliminate threats. After the threat is neutralized, some lymphocytes develop into memory cells, allowing the immune system to respond more rapidly if the same pathogen invades again. This process is the basis of immunity, whether from an infection or vaccination. The immune system's ability to remember past encounters significantly enhances its effectiveness, providing long-lasting protection against diseases.
So when we've got any type of problem in the body, what makes sense is to boost your white blood cells. That makes sense, doesn't it? Now, one way to boost them is a fever. And fevers have been used for centuries to boost the white blood cells to clean up any problems that might be in the body. So at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, every afternoon our guests go into a steam sauna. And the steam sauna, usually the temperature sits at around 46 degrees, and you get very hot. And we give you a bucket of cold water with a little face cloth in it, and you can keep your head cool, because the only part of your body that doesn't like getting hot is your head, your brain. And about every 10 minutes, you can get out of that hot, run down the steps and dive into the mountain stream. And if you're not agile enough to run down the steps, there is a cold shower that you can do there. Some people say, cold shower? I said, you're wanting one because you get so hot. And then back in the steam bath, and you might do that for about another 10 minutes. and then charge out and dive in the cool pool again. You only need the cool for about 10-15 seconds, and then back into the hot sauna. Now, by the time you've been 10 minutes in the third session of heat, your body temperature is usually up to about 40 degrees. That's a fever, yeah? Now, when your body is up to a fever state, and remember, the only part of your body that doesn't like getting hot is your brain. And because you're running and diving in the mountain pool and then running back and keeping the head cool, your brain keeps quite good. So when your body temp gets up to 40 degrees, your white blood cells sometimes can triple. Your metabolic rate increases by 400%. Wow. Do you know what that means? Healing increases by 400%. Your blood's zooming around your body. Now, why is your blood the healer? Let's have a look at blood. Why is it the healer or the life of the flesh? It contains red blood cells and it contains white blood cells. And they're your white blood cells there. So what does the red blood cells contain? They carry oxygen. Oxygen, the most vital element needed for life. Cancer cannot live in the presence of oxygen. Makes a lot of sense to boost oxygen. Right? Red blood cells also carry your nutrients. They're carrying nutrients to the cell. Do you remember we've been looking at the CBD, the central business district of the human body, the inside working of the cells? What it is your blood that carries these nutrients and this oxygen to the cell. It also carries the water, and it also carries away the waste.
When blood circulates effectively, it keeps every part of your body healthy. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to your cells, which they need to function properly. It travels from your lungs to your heart and then out to the rest of your body. While it delivers these essential elements, blood also picks up waste products like carbon dioxide to be expelled. Your immune system relies heavily on this process. White blood cells travel through your bloodstream to detect and fight off germs and infections. They're like the body's security team, always on the lookout for potential threats. A strong immune system is essential for overall health, and good circulation is key to keeping it running smoothly. Sweating during activities like sauna sessions helps detoxify your body. When you sweat, your skin releases toxins, which works alongside your blood circulation to clear out unwanted substances. This combination not only helps you feel refreshed, but also supports your body's ability to heal. Regular sauna use can be a fantastic way to enhance your well-being. It promotes relaxation, improves blood flow, and boosts your immune system. Prioritizing these healthy habits can make a big difference in how you feel and how well your body functions. By taking steps to support your body's natural processes, you equip yourself to better handle stress and recover from illness, leading to a longer, healthier life.
Eosinophils are a very interesting white blood cell because when you have an allergy, eosinophil levels can rise. So at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, I take a drop of blood, put it under the microscope, and it comes up on the screen. And it shows you all your white blood cells and all your red blood cells. And if a person has an allergy to wheat, dairy, you will see more eosinophils. So in that drop of blood, I should see about 2 eosinophils. And eosinophils you can tell because they light up like a little light on a Christmas tree compared to the other white blood cells that are a duller white, because we have a dark field condenser, and so you've got a black background, so the white blood cells really light up. Now, if someone has 5 or 6 eosinophils, that's an indication that they are gluten sensitive. If they have 10 eosinophils, they are intolerant to gluten. If they have 16, 17, 18 eosinophils, they are celiac. So that's a severe intolerance. Some people, when I say, oh, you're gluten intolerant, they say, no, I've had a blood test. Or some people even have a biopsy of their colon, please don't do that, to test for celiac. And the doctor says, no, I'm not celiac. I said, no, you're not celiac, but you are gluten intolerant. Now, the test will never show the intolerance. It'll never show the sensitivity. So how can you tell? I've got a very easy way to tell. Stop all wheat for 2 months and see how you feel. How easy is that? See how you feel. You can have a slice of bread and it'll be out of your body in 24 hours. But the effect can remain for nearly 2 months. So you really have to stop it for 2 months. Don't start tonight. Don't start tomorrow. Don't start until your cupboards are well stocked. You can get some very nice gluten-free pastas now. San Remo, they've got a great section. It used to be that if you cooked gluten-free pasta, it just went like a lump of glue. But today you can get some very nice gluten-free pastas. Just go into the Asian section and you get rice noodles, rice vermicelli noodles. There's so many options today.
Many people are surprised by how good gluten-free options can be. When I first started recommending gluten-free diets, the choices were limited and the taste often left much to be desired. Now, with the growing awareness of gluten sensitivities and celiac disease, companies are creating products that not only taste great, but also cook well. You can find gluten-free pizza crusts, breads, and even pastries that mimic traditional recipes without sacrificing flavor or texture. Cooking at home with gluten-free ingredients is also simpler than ever. Many recipes can be adapted using alternative flours such as almond flour, coconut flour, or chickpea flour. These options not only provide a gluten-free alternative, but can also enhance the nutritional value of your meals. Experimenting with these flours can lead to delightful discoveries in your cooking. In addition, plenty of restaurants are now accommodating gluten-free diets. Many places offer dedicated gluten-free menus, which makes dining out less stressful for those with sensitivities. It's essential to communicate your dietary needs to the staff to avoid any cross-contamination. Thank you for joining me today as we explored ways to improve your immune system. I hope you found the information helpful and empowering. Remember, small changes in your diet and lifestyle can make a significant difference in how your immune system functions. By incorporating immune-boosting foods, managing stress, and prioritizing good sleep, you can support your body's natural defenses and enhance your overall health. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier life. Take care of yourself, and until next time, stay healthy and strong.